Yahoo! Welcome, my beautiful brothers and sisters, to the Aquarian Adepts, my platform to become your spiritual server. And welcome to your daily Adept report for today. What's today? Wednesday, yeah. Wednesday, May the 16th of 2018. Thank you so much for joining me. And let's dive into the cards and a bit of the astrology to see what we have in store. I apologize, I did not make a video yesterday. My energy was very all over the place, and I reacted to the new moon in Taurus by sleeping in. I actually had this new moon exactly opposite my natal sun, because my natal sun's at 24 degrees of Scorpio. So I kind of reacted to the new moon since it happened earlier in the morning, before 8 o'clock in the morning. I reacted to it by oversleeping. I needed more sleep, and then as the day progressed, and then we had the Uranus shift. By the time that I kind of got around to the ability to make videos later in the evening, I was actually dizzy. It was strange, and it's funny because I had the Uranus shift, which is shifting into Taurus, and for me, it's in my 5th house at the current moment. So, I mean, it was just weird though. I felt just kind of dizzy, just was a little out of it. That being said, I believe that definitely I could feel the shift. I know you all can feel the shift, what's happening. We also have Mars moving into Aquarius later on, and while the moon is in Gemini. So, astrologically, we're just going through one major shift after another. You know, we have the new moon, then, we have Mercury that also moved into Taurus recently. We have Uranus that's here now. And like I said, the moon will be moving throughout Gemini, and it'll probably come into Cancer tomorrow. So that might be more of a tomorrow aspect. But just major shift after major shift. So we really are coming into a new world. And I think it's interesting too how I'm going ahead and flash up the cards real fast just so you can see the layout. But it's interesting how we have as the overall theme of the reading today as the world card reversed. And I want you to pay attention to this. This is literally the world changing. This is really coming into a new world, a new reality. But I also want you to take a look at the fixed energy of this card. Even though this is a Capricorn card, look at this. We have the bull here with Taurus. We have the lion here with Leo. This eagle is actually a traditional totem animal of Scorpio. And then we have Aquarius. So we have to consider, what do we have that's going on? Well, we do have Mercury that's here. Excuse me. We do have Mercury that's in Taurus, now we have Uranus that's in Taurus, and we have the Sun that's finishing up in Taurus. We have the North Node in Leo right now, and I believe Ceres is also in Leo, the asteroid Ceres. We have Jupiter in Scorpio at the current moment, retrograde, and we have, the South Node in Aquarius, and now Mars is in Aquarius. So it's like we have a lot of this fixed energy that we are dealing with, and we're trying to really figure out how to harness the power of this fixed energy and how to really begin to, direct it. Because, this is, like I said, that's the Capricorn card, and we have to consider that, Pluto's in Capricorn and Saturn's in Capricorn right now, and Mars will retrograde back into Capricorn. And Mars is almost like that forward-moving, protruding energy because it is Aries, right? So it's like we have all this fixed energy. We are coming to all this power, to all this new sense of value, to uncovering our desires, trying to find our destiny, and trying to figure out how to relate to the populace at large. But it's like our world has to almost be flipped upside down so we can really better understand these energies. So when Mars eventually goes back into Aquarius after its retrograde, we really will begin to know how to move forward. But as the purposes of today, the world is changed, everything's flipped upside down, everything's inverted, and now we are really seeing the world for what it is. Because with all this fixed energy, it kind of really grounds things. It's like this is our reality, especially now that Uranus is in Taurus too. We're going to start to really feel the heaviness of Earth, and really it's supposed to be a beautiful thing, but some people are not going to like it because they're going to have this need and desire to escape. That's Mars moving into Aquarius. But at the same time, it's like things are about to get more real. Things are about to get super, super, super HD. For the exposition of the story, we actually have the Magician. So this is signaling to that you really can create anything that you want. You are the magician of your own life. You are that abundant, amazing attractor. You really can create your reality in the way that you want. But we kind of have to, with the world card reverse, it's kind of like we might feel like we're at the mercy of these celestial energies and we're kind of being whipped around, but it's more like you have to go with the flow. It's like the world card in reverse is kind of like destiny and the god force and the goddess force arranging things, and then the magician card coming up as an exposition is like us being the divine artists and figuring out, okay, how can I work with these energies, right? The only way you're really going to figure out how to work with these energies with the inciting action of the story is actually the High Priestess. So this is talking about your intuition. This is talking about trusting your gut. This is about you going into silence and listening to that inner voice. Tuning out all of the external voices. Tuning out all of the, jargon and chitter chatter of the outside world. This is about coming within and realizing your true worth and your true abundance. All right. With the rising action, we actually have the Three of Cups. So this is certainly a time to celebrate. There's certainly going to be little things throughout the day to celebrate. Perhaps these little epiphanies that we're going to slowly start to come into downloading with Uranus shifting here. And of course, Mercury is here too, making an aspect. It's like in a loose conjunction to Uranus. So even our mind it's really going to be communicated with our mind, and now it's going to be really grounded in our body, like more so than ever. These epiphanies, we're really going to begin to feel it in our body. So there are certainly things to celebrate because this is a new world, this is a new earth, and this is a new you, and we all are kind of adjusting to try to really come more into that true self-confidence. And confidence is funny because I was talking to my dad yesterday about some of this stuff, explaining to him a little bit about the astrology, and I was telling him that this is going to be a time of, if you have like real true self-confidence, and it's really going to take you far. And he was like, it's kind of interesting. It's like self-confidence, and if you break down the word confidence, it has confide in it. So it's like you have to have the ability to confide in yourself. And that's really powerful. It's like, we can certainly confide in other people, and we do it all the time. But having self-confidence means that you actually trust yourself, and you actually can confide in yourself, and you can actually nurture yourself, and you can actually have compassion and even calm yourself in situations that might seem disruptive. Because, Uranus moving in a Taurus, it's kind of this disruptive energy. It's like, it's a bang, it's an earthquake, it's an earth shake, as they would say in The Land Before Time. Speaking of The Land Before Time, we actually have the Six of Cups in reverse as the climax card. So I really feel this as you reclaiming a lost aspect of your childhood. And that lost aspect of your childhood is going to actually allow you to begin to build right now. It's going to allow you to really feel more confident about yourself, because this repressed aspect of your childhood that's coming up that is going to be reintegrated is this aspect of you that was courageous, that was curious, that explored the world around them and they didn't really have a care in the world. They weren't really worried about the danger. So in context of this reading, you're going to reclaim a part of yourself today that you might have thought was lost forever. You thought that this part, you probably never thought that you could feel this way again. Or maybe even something that you really loved during your childhood, maybe an activity, or this could be a person. But I really see this as, since it's reversed, I see this as a aspect of yourself that's coming back up to the surface, to be reintegrated, to be loved again, to be embraced again. For the falling action of this day, for the story, we actually have the Lover cards in reverse. So this is why I'm even saying more so that this isn't really a person that's going to be coming back into your life with the Six of Cups. I think this is a lost aspect of your inner child. And with the Lover's card reverse, it's really going to be us learning how to really love this aspect of ourselves, because we rejected this part because we had to protect ourselves, or we felt like we had to gain the approval of friends or family, and most importantly, parents or parental figures. Now, with the falling action coming after, reaching this climax of regaining this aspect of ourselves. The Lover's card in reverse here is really asking us to, how can we love this aspect of ourselves that we abandoned before? How can we begin to love this aspect of ourselves and really begin to see the true value and the true abundance in that part of ourselves, which, we have to learn to embrace all of who we are. We all have dark and light, right? This is interesting. We all have dark and light, but this is about having the intuition and having the courage to, accept who we are. And of course, we want to strive to become better people. We always do. We are naturally programmed to strive to adapt, evolve, and grow. But this part of us that we're going to reclaim today, we are going to have to learn to love this aspect. We're going to have to learn to have a little bit more compassion for this aspect, because they're going to kind of come to us cold, shaken, but also ready to go, and just reinvigorated. I feel like this aspect of ourselves is going to be like kind of almost like no hard feelings. And we have the Nine of Pentacles as the resolution, which is signaling to if you really go through this process and you really, you embrace the magician who you are, you dive into your consciousness and reclaim this aspect of yourself, because there are reasons to celebrate. These are some of the most miraculous times we are living in. I really feel like it's a miracle to be experiencing these celestial energies and these shifts. The Nine of Pentacles coming up here, I've been drawing this card a lot for myself personally, is really about establishing that self-confidence. This is actually like you're like, oh, well, yes, my child, please come into this garden, and please eat of the abundant fruit in this garden, and please tell me about your stories, and please, give me your wisdom, young child, give me your knowledge, and please just, come here, eat, drink, and be merry. This is the Nine of Pentacles is a person who eats, drinks, and be merry. She's confident in her abilities to manifest. She's confident that she can see things through. She's confident that when things may seem haywire around her, she's grounded enough and she has enough self-confidence. She's able to confide in herself to where she will be A-okay. And it's interesting how the writer of this story today, we actually have the Five of Pentacles in reverse, and we actually got this card recently. So this is really us shifting the way we feel about value. Instead of feeling cold and disheveled and on the outside looking in, this is about taking that aspect of ourselves that we feel on the outside looking in and reintegrating it. And that part of us is really going to show us how to really live in the moment and how to really see the abundance of the moment. The Five of Pentacles in reverse is not necessarily a bad thing. It's literally a revamping and a radical transformation of our value and a radical transformation of how we see ourselves, how we see our value. And like I said, it's like this whole week is just one major shift after another, which is why I felt like all the energies kind of come together. I feel like it's just one long extended day. It's like I'm almost getting lost. I'm almost losing track of the time and the day myself. But I really do feel like this is probably one of the most powerful weeks of the year, if not even longer, because we're going to look back on this week and be like, what in the world happened then? We'll know what happened, but it's of course, now that we're all in it, we kind of can't see it, but we definitely can feel it. We can feel that the world is changing forever. Even if it seems slow, even if progress seems slow, even if it seems like things are kind of just trudging along, we can feel that on a deep quantum level, there's this hard, major shift that is happening, and it's a lightning bolt of information that we are all coming into. And now we are having to learn how to build with this information that we're coming into. This is not a time to really embrace poverty consciousness. This is not a time to embrace scarcity. This is a time to embrace abundance, because that is our natural vibration. That is it for your reading today. I hope you all enjoyed it. If you did, please like, share, and subscribe. I would really appreciate it. And if you would like a personal reading with me, you can follow the link in the description below to the AquarianAdepts.com. And always remember, my beautiful, beloved brothers and sisters, to keep moving forward, to stay focused, and Yahoo! Smile often.